Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dangan Ronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, we had, Kirigiri love us again, and now Sakura's dead, so I think that's a good win-win. I mean, no, a win-lose situation, not a win-win. Sakura's dead, that's not a win. So, let's get straight on to the investigation. Of course, the investigations are always one full long episode, usually up to an hour. In the next episode will be the class trial, which will also be one full episode. So let's get straight on to it. First off, let's see what the Monokuma file has to say. Victim Sakura Ogami. Time of death approximately 12 p.m. Oh, sorry. Look, let me fix this. Sorry, it was gonna annoy me to shit. I wasn't in full screen mode. So victim of Sakura Ogami. Time of death approximately 12 p.m. The corpse was discovered in the recreation room on the 3rd floor of the school zone. The victim appears to have been struck over the head with great force. Aside from that, there are no other obvious external wounds. Additionally, the victim was vomiting a considerable volume of blood. Loaded Monokuma file number 4 into your actual Electro ID. You can find it in the ammunition. In this case, it's probably going to be a top one. What makes you say that? The only entrance to the rec room is the door we came through. Furthermore, the door was blocked from the inside by a chair, making it unopenable. That begs the question, after sealing the door with the chair, how did the culprit escape from the room? I see, so the only door was sealed from the inside, and entry was impossible to broken glass, meaning there was no way out. In short, this was a sealed room murder. A sealed room murder? Yeah, sure, this sort of stuff happens on TV and in manga all the time, but in real life and right here, right before my very eyes? While we're on the subject, would you like me to go into a bit more detail about sealed room murders? Sorry, I love the music. Please, I appreciate that. Sealed room murders can be, by and large, divided into 4 major categories. Category 1. A sealed room constructed from the outside after the crime had been committed. After committing the murder, the culprit uses some sort of trick to seal the room. This typically involves them setting the lock from the outside somehow. The possibilities are endless. It could be something primitive like a string and pulley, or something more complex and mechanical. Some sort of trick with the lock, huh? I'd have to give the door a good look over later. Category 2. A sealed room that already existed before this murder occurred. Existed before the murder. This usually the culprit used some tool or method to target the victim from outside the sealed room. Something like the remote-activated gun or firing arrows through the crack in the door. However, this case probably doesn't fit into that category. Not only are there any guns or archery equipment in the school, the door doesn't have that wide a space. She has a point. It's probably safe to cross that one off the list. And then the category 3. The culprit is inside the sealed room when the seal is broken. So they're hidden somewhere inside? They take advantage of the confusion to slip into the crowd, acting just like they showed up. And that's how they get away with it. That seems reasonably plausible. The 4th and final category, it was never a sealed room to begin with. Never a sealed room. In other words, the room has a secret passage or something in it, some way for the culprit to escape. Mystery falls into this category, shows up in novels a lot, but in reality it's highly improbable. Then it's probably safe to assume that we can cross this off the list, yes. And that concludes my lecture on sealed rooms. I think I get it, so there are 4 major categories of sealed room murders. So Kirigiri, what do you think this murder falls under? Good question. I imagine that this will be a big point discussing during the class trial. However, at this stage, it's hard to say. How does culprit construct the sealed room? We'll need to figure that out if we're going to reach the truth behind Ogami's death. She was right. This is going to be a tough mystery. I need to focus on my investigation, not just for me, but for Ogami. Cool. Let's first look at the body, like most things. That broken glass. Ogami spent her last breath here, slumped forward on this couch. As I recall, she was struck over the head. Normally you'd expect that to be the cause of death, but the Monokuma also mentioned she was vomiting blood. There is indeed blood in her mouth. But what exactly caused her to vomit? The Monokuma file says that aside from the wound on her mouth, on her head, there aren't any external wounds. Okay. Maybe the blow to her head caused her to vomit blood? Yeah, right. Ogami? I will say, though, you've taken notice of something absolutely fascinating, not bad. Fascinating? Do you not think so? I wouldn't call it fascinating, but curious, maybe. There's no question that the reason she vomited blood has something to do with her death. What the fuck is this? Is that a note? Oh my god. No, it's a napkin. Or a wrapper. This looks like a wrapper of some sort. Hey, do you recognize this, Asina? Yeah, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. You remember how mad Sakura was when Genocider scratched me up? Well, to try to calm her down, I gave her some right after we left the infirmary, the wrapper from the candy you gave Ogami. The candy had been in the dormitory storeroom. I love it so much that as soon as the storeroom opened, I took the whole box back to my room, so no one else could have gotten any. So you like it that much? I wanted Sakura to taste it too, which is why I gave her some. But now she'll never taste it again. Red polka dot candy. I don't think that'll be relevant. Because it's fucking candy. There are shards of glass scattered on the floor around the chair Ogami is sitting in. The glass is red and looks like... Look at this. That's the neck of the bottle and there's bottom one on one. So basically that means these shards used to be a glass bottle. Cool. There's something else on the floor next to the glass. A single figure, just small enough to fit in the palm of my hand. A Monokuma figure. Okay. That'll probably be fucking useful in the case. Oh, look! What did I notice even before checking out the frickin' shattered glass? There are 4 red bottles lined up in the cabinet. Each of the bottles have a Monokuma figure inside. How the heck did the figures get inside those bottles anyway? That's a good question. It's the same idea as an impossible bottle, huh? Where you put something, say a model sailboat, into the bottle with a mouth much smaller than the object. You've never seen anything like that before? Oh, I think I have. This is the Monokuma version. We can call them Monokuma bottles. Okay, sure. I'm slowly starting to piece things together. The Monokuma bottles on the cabinet. The Monokuma figure on the floor. The red fragments of glass on the floor that I suspect used to be a bottle. Putting 2 and 2 together, it looks like Ogami was hit over the head with one of these Monokuma bottles. And at least that's what the Monokuma figure on this floor suggests. In other words, very well possible that the murder weapon was a Monokuma bottle. I don't think so. What about the locker? The locker's door has been left open, and look at this on the inside. There are handprints? Now, why would there be handprints in a place like that? Due to all the dust inside the locker, it looks like prints were left anywhere it was touched. They appear to be relatively new as well. I'm guessing someone was hiding in this locker, and that's when they left these handprints. Oh, hey, in that case, could the government may have been hiding inside the locker when we unsealed the room? And then, after we broke the seal, they slipped into the crowd, acting like they had just shown up? Sorry to disappoint you, but that's out of the question, huh? Why? Recall the room was looked through the window before we broke the seal? That's right, the locker was already open. Therefore, it's not possible someone to have been hiding in the locker when we sealed the room. But in that case, what do these handprints mean? Probably not relevant. Or probably, like, stupidly relevant. They show up and then they never show up again. It's a magazine rack. There are all different kinds of the magazines here. I was trying to look at the fucking blood. Yo, game. Fuck. Yo. Can you fucking... Are you serious? There you go. There's a pool of blood on the floor in front of the magazine racks. Well, I'm sure it must be Ogami. Something feels off about it. Why is it so far away from the body? Loaded magazine rack bloodstain into your Electro ID. You can find it in the ammunition room. Or menu. Room? What the fuck? Oh! Why is that at the door? Prodolamin X? There's a plastic container on the floor near the rec room door. Maybe too much Prodolamin X kills ya? I don't know. It looks like a bottle of protein. It's empty too. It was probably Ogami's. She was always drinking protein. Plus, she and Asina like to talk about how protein can cure anything. Be careful. That's hyperbole. Yes, I know. Anyway, what does that mean? What does hyperbole mean? I'm gonna have to Google it later. I'm an idiot. Anyway, the label on the protein container says Chem Lab A to Z. That reminds me, Ogami did say something about the Chem Lab on the 4th floor having good protein, which means this container came from the Chem Lab. That doesn't make sense. What doesn't? On the floor around the container, there's a shards of blue glass from when I broke the door's window. The shards aren't just scattered around the container, but under it as well. Does that tell us something? I'm not sure specifically what it means just yet, but it wouldn't hurt to keep in mind as well. I'm guessing it'll turn out to be a very important clue. Great! A very important clue? What does he mean by that? Look, empty blah 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 blah. Okay. Here's the chair that was blocking the door, I think. The rec room wouldn't open because of this chair was shoved up against it, but I see no trace of any sort of apparatus or string like a metal hook or anything, so it wasn't anything done to the chair itself. Okay, let's talk to Togamida. What do you want? Go over there and play and stay out of my way. The scorn in his eyes is likely to burn a hole in my soul if I don't get out of here and quick. I'm surprised someone even managed to kill Ogami. She's certainly not the kind of person who'd go down easily. It most definitely would not have been easy. She was a super duper high school fighter. Both her body and spirit were extremely tenacious. So how did the culprit manage to kill her? Or could they have at all? Maybe they caught her by surprise? Taking out of a surprise is probably the only way you could kill her. Yeah, true. I already know who did it. Yeah, fuck off. I mean, they all act like Sakura's the bad guy. You think so too, don't you, Nike? Well, I can't say for either way until I've done a little more investigation. Then, let me tell you this. Sakura asked all three of them to meet her here in the rec room. What? This morning after you brought me to the infirmary, you know me and Sakura left together, right? After that, she ended up going off somewhere by herself. But later on I saw her again, that's when she told me that she had left notes in all their rooms. The notes had come to the rec room before lunch. Before lunch? Her time of death was around noon. It's true, she told me herself. I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said they were just going to talk, and I didn't need to worry. And yet this happened. If I just had forced her to not to come, none of this would have happened. Ah, Hina. Telling her not to blame herself is probably asking the impossible. Great, but to think that talking blah blah blah, yeah. I don't think any of them did it. I'd probably try and corroborate her testimony with three of them. Yeah, I'd highly doubt it was any of them. I got a question for you, Togami. Make it fast. Is it true that you received an invitation from Ogami to come to the rec room? So you know about that. Then it's true? Yes, and a note that effect was left under my bedroom door, but who the hell would be stupid enough to just waltz in and let that monster kill them? You didn't go? Of course not. I tore up the note and threw it away. I had made no contact with Ogami whatsoever today. He says he didn't come to the rec room, but is he telling the truth? I don't have any evidence to claim otherwise, though, so I just have to believe him for now. If you're done, then get out of my sight. Yeah, thanks. Great. Now check out the door. The door to the end and only entrance. This door is the one and only entrance to the rec room. Man, my reading today is bad. The door doesn't have a lock, but there's no trace of the handle being removed. The one thing that sticks out is the broken glass. That's my fault, since I broke it getting into the room. I also don't see any evidence of string or any other kind of contraction being used, which means there's nothing out of the ordinary about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's pretty much no question that the door wouldn't open because of the chair was wedged in front of it. That chair prevented the doorknob from turning, and which turn prevented the door from opening. And since neither the door nor the chair show any signs of having been modified in any way, then the culprit could have made the sealed room from the outside. It had to be from the inside. I think I know who did it, and I'm really happy. I'm not super happy that they did it, because I think I know who did it, but like the person who did it, fuck. Well, Nike, have you gotten a good look at everything? Yeah, I think at least a cursory look. Next are interviews. I'm on guard duty, so I can't go anywhere. So you're going to do it in my place. Yeah, okay. She's got this all planned out, doesn't she? Damn. Ever since we cleared the air between us, she's gotten a little pushy. Either way, she's right. We are going to need to conduct some interviews. I need to see what the other two people Ogami summoned had to say about it. I planned on going to the chem room, though. More than likely, two of them are in the dorms. No! Why does it go? Fuck! Fine. Kirigiri, Ishimaru. Wait, why are theirs in that way, but then the rest are like this? That's weird. Okay, that's mine. That's Owada's, Togami, Maizono, Enoshima, Fukawa. Place my finger on the bell. And after a short wait... A wave of sour and negative energy lurched into the hall when Fukawa opened the door. What the fuck? This is just... What? This is what enjoying herself looks like? After clicking her tongue loud enough for me to hear, Fukawa stepped out into the hallway. What is it? You said you needed to talk to me. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that note you got from Ogami asking you to meet her in the rec room. What? Don't ask me. I don't know anything about that. Togami admitted to have gotten one. My white knight was also summoned? Slip of the tongue! Now it's completely obvious that I was summoned too! Yeah, it kinda is. So, you wanna tell me about that? Yes, I did see the note. But I didn't go to the rec room. I was too afraid to go. She says she didn't go. But is that really true? I don't have any evidence to claim otherwise, so I'll just have to believe her for now. You've heard enough, yes? I'm going back into my room. And with that, Fukawa scurried back into their room. Fukawa's testimony. Okay, now, that's... Fujisaki! My love! Man, I liked you better than almost everyone here. I mean, like... We'll go to the report cards right now. I only got to hang out with you for a good number of times. Then you fucking had to die. I mean, come on, girl. I mean, boy. God damn it. I got like twice. At least I got algorithm. That was the idea. I wanted ability. You were somewhat useful. Celeste, you're dead. Asahina, Ogami, dead. Oh, Asahina's not dead. Kuwata, you died. Hagakure-kun. I placed my finger on the bell. And after a short wait... What's up, Knights? You need me for something? There's something I want to ask you, Hagakure. Ogami invited you to the rec room earlier. Where'd you hear that? Oh, did you read my mind? Have you awoken a secret ability, dude? Anywho, I'm not the only one she invited, dude. Ogami told me herself, dude. She also invited both Kawa and Togs. You talked to Ogami? When was this? Well... When she invited me, dude. I thought she delivered notes to everyone. Yeah, the note. She gave it to me in person, dude, and that's when she told me. This story is obviously pretty fishy. Did you go to the rec room? Hell no, I didn't. Like I'd go see her. Something doesn't add up here. Last time I saw Ogre was when we brought Asina down to the infirmary, dude. After that, I never saw her again. While I'm here, could you let me have a look at the note you were given? No. Do I still have the note? Sagakure shoved his hand into his pocket. Sorry, man, I don't have it. It's gone. And he gave me a slight, twitching smile as he pulled it back out. And when he did it, something fell on the floor in front of me. Something from inside his pocket. He swiped it up like the gust of wind and shoved it back into his pocket. Trash, dude, trash. Just some trash I've got to throw out, dude. Trash. Anywho, Ogre invited me to the rec room, but truth, I didn't go. So I'm out of here, dude. I'm not even giving me a chance to speak. He forcibly ended our conversation and fled to his room. He says it was just a piece of trash, but that wasn't just any trash, was it? Well, I've heard about what Fukawa and Hagakure have to say, but what's next? It sounds like I'm going to have to re-examine the crime scene. In addition to that, I should probably do some looking into the crimes, that protein container I found in the rec room. As I recall, they came from the chem lab. That's where I wanted to go first! Chem lab. We're going to the chem lab. I don't give a fuck about you, Nagi. We're going to the fucking chem lab. It's gotta be on the fucking... Come on. Yeah, 4th floor is, if I remember correctly. Yep, there. Togami's already... Fuck! I don't want to have to deal with him. He fucking hates me already. So, you had your sight on this chemistry lab too, did you, Nagi? Just to be sure not to get in my way. Yeah, alright. Don't you mean, yes, sir? Go fuck yourself. What the fuck is this? Oh, I didn't want to look at them again. I was struck with how large the chemical cabinets are. I should probably give them a thorough investigation. Oh, okay. From the looks of it, the cabinet is actually 3 separate cabinets placed by side. But more importantly, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the cabinets? Be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle on the floor by the cabinets. Looks to be source of spilled powder. The label on the bottle says ChemLab C4. Bomb. For your information, I was looking around the 4th floor this morning and the lab was not in this condition then. Which means this powder was spilled right around the time the crime occurred, most likely. It was the powder... If the powder was spilled around the same time as the crime, it's probably connected somehow. Blah 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 blah. Okay. What is left? Okay. So we'll go in the middle here. Look! Are those footprints? They seem to have only been left in the front of the cabinet, though. I need a diagram to get a better idea how the footprints are laid out with respect to the room itself. Are you telling me to map it out? Now you're getting the hang of things. With a smirk on his face, Togami handed me a pen and a sheet of paper. Well, get to work. Okay. Fuck. As he ordered, I quickly scribbled down a diagram of the room. How does this look? Not bad from the likes of you. Man, my drawing is fucking poo from the likes of me. I see. Looking at it this way, it's clear the person who left these footprints only had business in the left cabinet. Whoever it was knew exactly what they needed to do, went straight to the cabinet and right back out. That's what their footprints suggest. And the chances are these footprints belong to you, don't they, Nagi? No, they don't. Then give me your shoes and let me compare foot sizes. Having no good reason to turn them down, I obeyed Togami's orders. Interesting. It seems your feet are larger. Sadly, these footprints aren't yours. Yeah, I'm real sad. However, with footprints this clear, it should be no effort whatsoever to find out whose they are. Just going off how much effort Togami's putting into examining them, I'm pretty sure they're pretty significant. Okay. Then there's the middle, right? There's a large quantity of yellow powder on the floor by the cabinets. Gotta be careful not to step in it. Perhaps I should go back over what I learned about the powder so far. A large quantity of yellow powder was spilt in the front of the chemical labs. Cabinets, I suspect it came from the broken bottle I found on the floor nearby. Bible says Chemical Lab C4. Like a bomb. Additionally, some footprints, someone left footprints in the powder. Going by the diagram I drew, it seems whoever they belonged to only had business in the left cabinet. On top of that, Togami says the powder was spilled around the same time the crime occurred. That's all about I've got for now. Alright. Now I gotta look at each cabinet specific. Let's see, this cabinet has an assortment of nutrients and supplements and the like. A protein container I found in the rec room must have come from this cabinet. The tablets are on everything in this cabinet start with the letter A. That would make this left cabinet Cabinet A then. But wait a second. There's a single bottle here labeled ChemLab C-9. Did someone accidentally put it back in the wrong place? Let's see, this cabinet has a bunch of chemicals I've never heard of. They're called reagents, compounds used to induce or check for chemical reactions in chemistry experiments. I'm surprised you can live with yourself being so ignorant. You don't think that's going a bit too far? Are you telling me that you think studying math or chemistry are you of no use in the real world? In the words of a failure, they suit you, Nagi. I didn't say that. Anyway, what I really needed to be concerned about right now is investing in the cabinet. The labels on everything in this cabinet are starting letter with B. This should make the middle cabinet Cabinet B then. Nothing really jumps out at me. I don't think I need to spend any more time looking through this cabinet. This cabinet contains a bunch of dangerous looking chemicals. Looks like poison and other potentially hazardous chemicals. The labels on everything in this cabinet start with the letter C. This would make this cabinet Cabinet C then. Here's what I've learned about these cabinets so far. The ChemLab's chemical cabinet is actually 3 separate adjacent cabinets. Cabinet A contains nutrients, Cabinet C, Cabinet B, reagents, and Cabinet C, poisons. It's like Ogami got her protein from Cabinet A. Curiously, there was also a bottle labeled C mixed in with everything else in the Cabinet A. Cabinet C is where poison and stuff like that is stored, so why was there a bottle from there in Cabinet A? There's something to it, I can feel it. Oh yeah. That about does it for the chem lab. Next is another pass of the rec room. Okay, rec room is on the 3rd floor? No. Yeah, it is. Okay. Man. Won't let me teleport to it? What the fuck? Yo, bro, let me TP. Let me TP! Fuck. I think it's because I'm, zoomed in on this place. That won't let me. Yeah. What if I did that and then teleported? Will it let me teleport now? I'd be really pissed off if it didn't let me. There you go. Cool. Okay, let's run there. That way? No, this way. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Yeah, there it is. The broken window. The window I broke. Hardcore though. How did the interviews go, Naegi? I told her exactly what I heard from Fukawa and Hagakure. I see, so all three of them, including Togami, claimed they never responded to Ogami's invitation. But it doesn't add up. Someone is probably lying. Someone is lying. In any event, AMVs in progress here too. Ogami's corpse, the magazine rack, and the Monoclo bottles. I found new clues in all three of those places. Would you would do good to investigate them all once more. Okay? I'm gonna check Ogami's corpse. Kirigiri says she found something new about Ogami's body. You're not going to learn anything from just gawking at the body. Well, yeah, I suppose. Do you have any problem with touching corpses? Alright, fine. In starting contact with unshakable reluctance, Kirigiri didn't even bat an eye. It was a sight I've gotten used to. And it brought a familiar thought to mind. I'm surprised you can do that and just keep a straight face. I'll never even get used to the sight of a body. That's normal. Then how can you... I must have had plenty of opportunities with the past to come in with contact with dead bodies. Huh? Never mind. More importantly, look at this. Ogami's shoe? You see the yellow powder on her foot? Yeah, I see it. That's the first clue. Yeah, that's the fucking poison shit. Next is the wound on her head. Take a good look. Actually, that might be too much for you. I'll explain. It seems she wasn't struck once, but twice. She was struck twice. Intriguing, isn't it? Here's another rather interesting fact. Both of Ogami's hands are perfectly clean. Not even a trace of blood on her fingertips. Well, that's everything I was able to uncover. Okay. Thank you. Still, to think she was able to learn so much just by examining Ogami's body, that's a feat I imagine only Kirigiri could pull off. Man, last trial was fucked. This trial ain't even... It's just... I don't know. I'm surprised anyone could kill Ogami, though. There's a pool of blood on the floor in front of the magazine rack. Well, I'm sure it must be Ogami. Something feels off about it. Why is it far away from the body? Am I supposed to look at magazine rack instead? Kirigiri said she found something new about the magazine rack. Let's see. Clues. What's this? One of the magazines is upside down. Did someone put it back in the rack wrong? If something stands out, you should give it a closer look. Yeah. I picked up the upside down magazine and began flipping through the pages. What the fuck? Right around the middle of the magazine, there was a page with hurriedly scribbled bloody message. Fukawa. Could this be a dying message? So you found it too. Kirigiri, is this a dying message? Probably. It was written with someone's finger. A dying message? Yeah, I thought so. However, just for the record, I wasn't the one who initially put it at the rack upside down. When I found it earlier, it was already like that. After examining it, I made sure to put it back exactly the way I found it for anyone who found it later. Hey, does that say Fukawa? Yeah, that's what it looks like. So she's the killer! She is, isn't she? We don't know that for certain yet. It is for certain, she's the killer! Oh my god, fucking Asahina, calm your shit. That's decisive evidence. We've got her cornered now. It does look like pretty decisive evidence, but it also feels a little too blatantly obvious, which has me questioning its legitimacy. Yeah, honestly. The bottles, I think she said, right? Kirigiri said she found something new about these Monokuma bottles. Clues. So, did you figure it out? Look carefully and you'll see it. There's a pattern to set of the Monokuma bottles. Is there? Oh, the chess pieces are different! I thought it was going to be where the bottles are like different sizes, but no, the chess pieces that they're holding are different. Come on, Kirigiri, can't you just tell me? Now you're an idiot! Sharing leads is one thing, but there's a danger in sharing the conclusions drawn from those leads. I don't want to unnecessarily influence your decisions prior to the class trial. You need to reach your own conclusions once that satisfies you, not me. So it's not that you don't trust me? No retort? I do trust you to some degree. If I didn't, I wouldn't be telling you this. To some degree, she says. To tell you the truth, there's actually one other thing about these bottles that has me curious, and I'd like to conduct an experiment to test my hypothesis. You'll give me a hand, won't you? An experiment. First, I need you to gather up the Monokuma bottles, fragments on the floor, even the small shards. Are you sure? Should we be tampering with the scene? Everyone had a chance to look around, so it looks like it should be fine. That loud Ogami isn't around either. I've got some equipment from the chem lab. You take care of that while I'm gone. With that, Kirigiri vanished from the rec room. I have no idea what's going on, but what can you do? Not like I've got much of the choice. Using a broom of dustpan I found in the rec room, I swept up all the bottle fragments on the floor. And just as I finished that, sorry to keep you waiting. All done? Then let's get started. What kind of experiment are we doing? I brought a balance back from the chem lab. We're going to compare masses. Compare what? With what? The fragments you collected in the whole Monokuma bottle. What for? That's the whole point of this experiment. You'll see. Okay. First, let's compare the mass. Oh, she's saying. Is she saying it? No. Okay. Let's compare the masses of the two unbroken Monokuma bottles. The two sides are balanced. That means each of the Monokuma bottles weigh roughly the same. Well, that makes sense. There's not much difference between the figures and nothing else to create weight difference. Now, here's the real test. Let's try putting the fragments you picked up on one side of the balance. What do you suppose will happen? Well, there are two possibilities. Either they'll weigh the same, or a broken bottle will weigh slightly less. I try to pick up everything, but it's still possible I miss some. Well then, let's see what happens. What? Huh? The fragments weigh more? What? Why? So I was right. About what? Taking both the results of the experiment and the Monokuma bottle's hidden pattern in the conduction, there's only one conclusion you can draw, or at least that's what I think. What do you think? That's all up to you. I think I know what it is. Maybe there's too many shards to be only one bottle, so maybe it's two bottles. Because I was looking at the bottles, there's only five. Or four, I think. Or there's only four. And it looks like there was 6 before. Oh, is it class trial time already? Oh, shit.
寝てた。お前らの操作が退屈すぎて寝ちゃってたよ。やっちゃうよ。いいっすか？やっちゃってもいいっすか？じゃあ、学級裁判を始めます。お前らはいつもの場所に至急集合してください。学校エリア1階にある赤い扉にお入りください。ぷぷぷ。じゃあ、後でね。
Great. We're already out of time? I still haven't had a chance to figure out the sealed room trick. I guess all I can do is hope we can make something out of it during the class trial. No, we must! Alrighty then. We're gonna end it right here. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Dangan Ronpa. In the next episode, we're gonna find out who truly killed Ogami. Because I'm actually pretty curious on what the fuck happened. So, thank you guys for watching. Scotland Ref me be out. See you guys next time.